Back then I really felt unwanted, and I felt very uncared for, and I just kind of felt like forsaken and kind of forgotten a bit. There were multiple times, kind of like scary amount of times, where I'd go into class and I'd leave, and then I'd get asked why I was absent in class that day. And it turns out the teachers didn't even know I was there, and I just get counted absent. And so I just kind of became very angry, and I kind of hated the world.
So Hetra's been around since 1989, and we are celebrating our 35th year, which is really exciting. Some of the services we offer here at Hetra include our core services, which would be things like adapted writing, therapy services, occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, partnering with horses, as well as mental health programming, which would include things like individual and group sessions.
He had moved from a parochial school to the public school when he moved to high school. And unfortunately, none of his friends had followed. They all went to different high schools. And then sophomore year is when COVID hit and everything moved to the home.
And so I never really got the social connections I needed. Never having anyone I could go to talk to, never having like any sort of interaction. Junior year, which is when the social distancing was done, the whole kind of COVID thing was forgotten about. I went back to school as normal. But then I saw people walking down the halls having fun, you know, like I'd see people holding hands with like couples, and seeing that I kind of broke.
When you see your son in that situation, when he feels lonely, when they neglect him, when they just ignore him, and the feeling inside, it really creates a pit in your stomach.
We have really been focused on the whole person and really looking at what does each individual need as far as services go, and to see how we can best help to meet those needs.
To all of a sudden hear our son say, I want to be around horses. I just think it's so peaceful, hopping on your horse and then heading out into the prairie. And I just feel like I need to experience that.
I told my therapist about it too. I'm like, hey, and I've been kind of looking toward this whole like kind of old fashioned living. He's like, oh, well, maybe you should try out horse therapy, which I didn't even know was a thing at the time. And we chose Hetra. And that was one of the greatest choices we ever made. The first thing I tried was a group called Resiliency, and I felt very welcomed by being able to come in and have a group of people that were kind of in a similar situation as me. I got to know some of the people. We'd have like these things where we'd try to like move the horse like two of us at once to like work on our teamwork and learn how to work with other people. The horses helped me kind of channel that sociability. Because seeing as I was like quiet and reserved, but to get a horse to move, you can't be quiet or reserved. You have to actually take authority and step up to lead them and be their guide.
It was probably by at least session 2 or 3, pretty quickly, that you just saw the light in this kid coming back. And it wasn't just us. Like the next holiday that we would get together, he's engaging with family members. He's cracking jokes.
We went to Disney World. Nothing. He wouldn't smile. How can you not smile at Disney World? And Then he comes back and he starts to come to Hetra, and now we're starting to see his smile on his face. We're seeing him talking about it more.
We can't get him to stop talking.
Yeah. So see, Hetra is the new happiest place on earth.
We had done an internship program in the past, and we found that we had individuals who had come through our programming at different levels, and they were ready to move into the workforce or into another challenge, but yet they really needed to work on some work readiness skills and to get comfortable in that environment. Through that, the apprenticeship program was born. And that really is a program that allows us to expand somebody's work readiness skills right here at our facility. Hetra has a lot of professionals who are really able to design a really impactful program, and they're able to individualize it to the person. What is it that you need, and how can we make that work for you? And how can we get you the skills you need in order to go out then and take your next steps in the community? community.
I have a job at a restaurant now.
He started moving up quickly there too. He's like, oh, they're training me to be on fryers, or they're training me to do, he talks about it, I don't know, like back table. And I'm like, what do you do at the back table? And he's like, I make salads.
He takes pride. He really does take pride in his work, no matter what it is.
Yep.
It was a very good learning experience for me to have, not just like learning how to lead horses, but also learn how to work with other people and how to get something done. I've already learned how to be a social person from you guys. I'm hoping that I could also learn how to be like a working man.
We always knew our kid was wonderful, a great kid, big heart, but not everybody else took the time. And just the fact that everybody here now sees and they've just embraced him. They've given him so many opportunities that it just, words can't express how it's just wonderful. It's just really nice to you guys just love him as much as we do.
I mean, I know it's pretty hard to find a family nowadays, but if you keep searching, you'll find. I loved horses, and so I came here and I found a family here.
I have been entirely blessed to get to know Antonio, and it's been really cool to be part of his journey. I'm a tear up. We do get the opportunity here a lot, Hetra, to feel like we make a difference. And that's why we do what we do every day.